So I'm very happy with the progress of that. Any little rust spots underneath there, I cleaned them and hammer-righted them. I really don't see any other issues under there. I did that patch as well, but it is rock solid. I'm going to come down off the ramp now. I'm not going to go up the front. I can't see any need for it. I'm going to check the spare wheel and see if it's an actual spare wheel with a good tyre. If it is, I'm going to throw it on. I'm going to throw it on because there's a possibility to get an MOT done. The rest of the tyres are actually good. There's no issues there. It's just that one. So I would only have to change that one eventually. But at least I could get an MOT in the meantime. Let's check. I haven't yet worked out how to get the tyre out, but Rabjab did somehow. Probably chewed on something. So I've just put some white hammerite on the seal just to protect it a bit. It had a bit of mould on it. It's still a good seal. Basically there's two meeting pieces of metal up there. I was reading it up, and then they put a sliver of silicone up it to protect it, or seal it, whatever they're calling it, seal. But yeah, so I've just kind of neatened that up really, because it's kind of the right thing to do. I don't like the mould. The mould's never going to look good. The roof needs a good clean eventually. It's hard to get up there, but eventually it'll need a good clean. I bought some white satin paint for the wheels. I'm hoping it sits a bit smoother than what we've got. I've got masking tape for the tyres and for the nuts and bolts, and then of course I've got 4 centre caps now. So it's actually really coming together. I bought some new rags to do this side properly, just to give it a bit of a cut, and then some wax. I don't think I waxed the other side last time, so it will need a bit of a wax, and then it's definitely on its way to being a nice car for someone, really. Cool. What am I doing next? I'm going to tape up a tyre and see if I can get some spray paint done on this wheel, on all of the wheels really. Look at the difference. That was a hand coat of hammerite a couple weeks back, and it does its job. It protects the metal. And this is one first coat of spray. Big difference. I didn't want to take it too much, so I'm going to give it an hour. I might even leave the masking tape on and do another coat tomorrow. That's probably, so I'll do a second coat today, third coat tomorrow, if I leave it all on. Big difference, well worth doing. Takes 10 minutes to mask it up. Spray quite close so you're not getting overspray, but not too close so it's not dripping. Fairly straightforward enough to do. I am massively impressed with the outcome. That's 2 coats. The innings don't matter too much because of the big plate surrounding it, but look at the outside, it's so much smoother. So much smoother. I'm going to leave the tape on. I'm going to try and get a third coat on tomorrow. Just give it a night to air dry. It's quite warm today, it's 12 degrees. Oh man, I'm so pleased. I'm trying to see if I want to get this back plate. I feel like this back plate is screwed on, and these wipers, I want to get them off. I want to give them a coat of paint, and then I'm really hoping that whole back plate, look there's a Phillips there, so if I put the bonnet up, it might be that I can get to that back plate. If I can, I should be able to give it a coat of paint, all of this, and it would just look a bit neater. Let me pop the bonnet and see if that is actually a thing. So that plate actually come off. I have no idea what that plate does. I guess it just protects that back area. It's over here. It's got a few patches of rust, so I think one good coat of black would do it good. I've just cleaned it with some vinegar, white vinegar. I do like that stuff, although it's leaving a bit of a residue, so I have to give it a good wipe and then degrease. I mean, I was tempted not to go and get some black now, but actually there's bits I want to do this as well. 1 can, it won't hurt to go and get 1 can. I need a drink as well. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back, and then I'm able to get kind of at least 1 and 2 coats on everything today. Yeah, if I had my way, I'd take all of the trim off and it'd go black now. All of this would go black. I'll look into it and see what holds it on, but my guess is, actually there's 2 bolts there, they look like 10s, fairly rusted. 3rd bolt there. Do you know what? They may come off. I would need them all to come off though, including the bumper. So I'll have to look into it. It's probably not worth it. Heat gun is the other plan. A few of you were telling me about the heat gun to try and bring it all back. The front bumper's the worst for me. If that can come off, it looks like it might just be these holds. I think that should go black, or maybe a darker grey, because that's a bit darker look. It wouldn't hurt, would it? It could go white, actually. Could go the same white as the wheels. That could work, actually. Or would it look? No, it needs a bit of contrast. I'll think about it, but for now I need to get some black. I'm very aware I'm making a lot of progression, but I've not really filmed anything, so this is going to be a very simple matte black light coat. A couple of light coats first, and then a couple of thicker coats. I'll put it in the garage overnight, let it dry. I'll probably do another coat or 2 tomorrow, same as the wheels. They'll get another coat tomorrow, another thick coat, and then we'll go from there, really. Now that looks really silly. It's a bit like, hang on Charlie, none of that really fell. That's a tack coat, it's exactly what it's for. You have to give that 10-15 minutes to dry, and then you do a second and a third. Well, you get them kind of, you go slightly thicker, so the next one will be a bit closer, slightly thicker. And then you do what you call wet coats, which is a thicker one where you follow the line. I'm going to kind of show you that. So 10-15 minutes, I'm going to sit, chill, we'll come back to it, and we'll look at slightly thicker coats. Right. Okay, so this so far is the 3 fairly light coats. The last one was a little bit wet, but not fully. I'm going to attempt to show you a wet coat. All it is 50% laps over itself. Don't be tempted to go backwards though. Keep going forwards, and you'll get any bits you miss in your next one. So if you feel like you've missed, don't go backwards. Keep going forwards. I'll show you what I mean. Shake your can up again fully. I'll show you the wet line. Watch the wet line here. That's the wet line, 50%. I missed a bit there. Don't go backwards. Missed the touch there. Don't go backwards.
The next day.
The wheels, I think they look stunning even from close up, but I just want to get another coat or 2 on there while I'm here. The spray paint sits so well actually. I do want to lay it up properly so that it's got a bit of protection and gets into some of the you know, cracks. So a couple more coats while I'm sitting here. The panel under there has come out so well. It looks so much better actually. Look at that. Wow. I mean, the before and after is unbelievable. I should put another wet coat on that or two after, I probably will. Although the weather's not great today. Other than that, as soon as I can afford to, it will be a new tyre on there, 2 new window wiper blades, the end bits, you know, just for this, and then it will be an MOT, and it should pass. I don't see any reason why not. Somebody's put me onto a coat for these plastics. I can't remember the name, but I'll throw a link up now in the a picture. Now this one has worked quite well, look, but the other one is a big paint on thick one, and it was meant to last a year or so. It should bring this all back up to a nice single colour, including these and them. So I'm excited about trying that again as soon as I can. Other than that, it's bits of cleaning and clearing. It's nothing major. I've been looking into wheels and alloy wheels. It's a potential, but nope, I'm going to keep these with the original hubcaps. I think it looks better. And then at some point I'll be throwing this up for more than it's probably than I would be expecting to take, I guess is the real thing there. Probably 5k, but in reality anything over 3 I'd be taking, and that helps me out. That helps me get back on track with everything else. I'm just waiting. I haven't got the funds to continue that one yet. Someone's coming to see the Cruiser today. Someone came last night. They're potentially coming back today. Someone else wants to come and see the Cruiser today, so there's a chance there that the Cruiser is done and dusted today. But you don't hold your breath with this stuff. You wait, because anything can happen. People don't turn up and stuff. So keyway is my focus for today. I'm going to put a couple of coats on here just because I'm here, but the keyway is my actual focus. I want to look back into that steering. It's absolutely driving me nuts.